All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in the world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Trashfire.tv, brought to you by IP2 Wiki Info, Irlnewstime, IRL247.com, and most importantly, PNTlive.net. I am your hostess, Alexandra Mayers. I hope all of you out there are having a wonderful day today. I had a very long and busy and prosperous and good day today. And one thing I do want to just mention before we get into tonight's live stream is that every day, if possible in the morning, sometimes it tends to be in the evenings, depending upon my work schedule. But every day, I do a live Bible reading over on the Alexandra Mayers YouTube channel. And I would love for many of you out there who are my fellow Christians on a mission to join me with my live page by page reading of the Bible, modern English version, because I'll tell you, it has transformed my life substantially. And I think all of us on a daily basis need a bit of a reminder as to who we are as Christians. And that's what my Bible reading has the agenda of doing. And I encourage many of you out there who also have the gift of gab, such as myself, who believe in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who believe in God, who believe in the Bible, to do something similar. Because nowadays, there's not enough people who are putting it out there that we got to get with God. So if you can be a part of that army of God's warriors, join up. It's never too late. So anyway, welcome once more to another live stream of Trashfire TV. And tonight's going to be a follow-up to the most recent Trashfire TV revolving around the Jokeress, a woman from the Carterverse. Her legal name is Nika Ostojic. Nika Ostojic. She is a Croatian actress, at least she was in the past. She's a Croatian columnist, at least she was in the past. And nowadays, she's a Croatian alcoholic, it appears. It seems that she is contending with quite a few psychological issues that I do pray to God that she gets help for. There is hope for her, but sometimes in order to push ourselves to get the help that we need, someone has to raise a mirror up in front of our faces so that we can truly see who we are or what we've become. And that's a bit of what Trashfire TV is all about, showing people who they really are. You either look in the mirror and you say to yourself, ugh, I need to pull myself out of the garbage dump, or you decide, who cares? I'm just going to sit in this garbage dump like a piece of trash that I am and burst into flames. Yeah. Yeah, so I put some clips together on the airplane, and we're going to look at those today in regards to Miss Nika Ostojic. Um, I had we're only going to go into about 6 clips because she has made more clips since I put this reel together. But it appears that she has a bit of an obsession, perhaps even a fatal attraction when it comes to an American Hollywood actor known as Ben Paden. I never heard of Ben Paden. I'm sure many of you out there have never heard of Ben Paden. But I'll tell you, sometimes things that we view as horrible things that happen in our lives are in actuality blessings in disguise. Because I have a feeling that before the situation that he's contending with right now with Miss Nika Ostowich comes to an end, Mr. Paden is going to be more popular than he's ever been before. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's take a look at what I want to look at today. And if you are interested in participating in today's live chat, what you will need to do is go ahead and subscribe to the IP2 Wiki Info YouTube channel, and you can chat there. I have the chat disabled on the Irlnewstime channel that we are simulcasting to right now. So just give me one moment.
I sent last night 50 messages
to
50
him. Messages. I'm telling you, this is going to be a fatal attraction kind of situation. Not to say that it's not rectifiable, but we're just going to hold a mirror up to Miss Nika Ostowich tonight because she's got to get over her drinking, her overindulging in pharmaceuticals, and most importantly, she's got to get over her hatred for other women. Sometimes it comes out in the guise of racism. Sometimes it comes out in the guise of bigotry against women who work in the legal adult entertainment industry. Sometimes it comes out in straight up jealousy, but we're going to take a good look at her tonight. So here we go. Here we go. Let's rewind and play. IRL 24/7. All right, so the Jokeress Files, that's what we are getting into today. The open case that we are looking at revolves around Hollywood actor and mainstream model, Mr. Ben Paden. I hadn't heard of him before. He appears to be a bit of a cross between, I would say, maybe the guy who played Thor and Christian Bale. He's like a hybrid between them. He looks like he's probably of Nordic descent or something. All right, so let's take a look at this first, okay? Because the Jokeress, I don't know exactly what the laws are in Croatia when it comes to internet stalking, internet harassment, and whatnot. But she's already doing some things that really morally and ethically one should not do. And let me make it to where you guys can see this a little bit better. But on the most recent live stream of Trash Fire TV, where we got into the Jokeress and what she's been up to as of late. And keep in mind, she is a kind of like a side character or a figure from the Carterverse. The Carterverse is a group of people that revolved around Aaron Carter. Strangely, I'm even in the Carterverse, and I don't think I should be. But everything's, meant to be in some way. But anyway, she tried to comment on this live stream, the Jokeress Files, and a preview of Trash Fire TV's future coverage of criminal Karens. Because at this point, she does unfortunately fall under the umbrella of being a bit of a criminal Karen. But she tried to comment on this video utilizing a YouTube account impersonating this guy, Ben Paden, who she appears to have an unhealthy fixation with. So you can see what she wrote here. She's threatening to call police and whatnot, which is, crazy considering that she lives in Europe and I'm in the United States of America. And I haven't done anything to her but commentate on a public figure. But that's where she's at right now. Now, I didn't let any of these comments through, but I did want to show, just for historical purposes, that she is utilizing this man's name as a YouTube account handle or alias, and she shouldn't be doing that. But let's continue. Let me make sure that the audio is okay over here. Okay, it's fine. All right, let's keep going. All right, now here is the YouTube channel that she appears to have created utilizing this mainstream Hollywood actor's name, Ben Paden. That is his name. Again, he appears to be a little bit of a cross between Chris Hemsworth and Christian Bale, but he's up and coming. He hasn't really hit the mainstream yet or anything. I don't know exactly how she crossed paths with this particular young man, but and it's questionable even when it comes to his age. There's a lot of weird things about this guy, Ben Paden. So we are going to kind of dive into a little bit of a rabbit hole here as we get into this. But it seems that over 24 hours ago, I'd say at the max 2 days ago, she created this account using his name and started posting videos about him. But she also references, as you can see, my name in the title of some of these. As you can see in this one, it says, "Sorry, Ben Paden." All right. And then she puts the handle to his actual YouTube account, which is Ben Paden 3119. And then I guess she wanted to leave me a message. So she added me or referenced me in another video. But the question is, why is she doing this from an account that's not her name? That's this guy, Ben Paden. So the only thing that I could really think about was like, okay, do you want me to talk about Ben Paden, Nika? Because she's a little strange. I think it's in part to what is likely whatever form of mental illness it is that she's been diagnosed with, most likely. But instead of coming at people from a healthy standpoint, she attacks and she attacks and she attacks. Very, very negative. I suspect that most likely she was abused in some way, shape, or form in her youth, but she does not know how to have healthy relationships with people, which is why I will never communicate with her directly again in my life. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So obviously she's trying to get my attention. She's trying to get Ben Paden's attention. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is Ben Paden here on the left. Now, Ben Paden, we noticed on the last live stream of Trash Fire TV, bears a striking resemblance to this guy known as 24 Eyes over on the right. 24 Eyes is a guy that I got to know through, unfortunately, what turned out to be an organized stalking conglomerate based in white supremacy known as the Outcast Owls. I mean, look, if you were to ever get to know my story, if you're watching me for the first time, you would be like, whoa, what in the world is going on with this girl? But just bear with me. So we've learned that the Jokeress, Nika Ostowich, has a type. She likes this kind of Chris Hemsworth, Thor kind of look, blonde hair, light eyes, some sort of like a light beard and longish hair. Some people have equated this look to Kurt Cobain. She does seem to have an affection for Kurt Cobain, even though he's dead. She also is into a serial killer known as Jeffrey Dahmer, who has similar coloring to this. So I don't really know what's going on, but this seems to be her type. So gentlemen out there, if you happen to be in the Croatia area and you're into Nika Ostowich, you may want to shoot her an email or an Instagram if you look like this. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Now, these are the videos that we are going to recap and go over this evening. Okay, because Nika is going through something. Now, her racism is inexcusable. If she was ever planning on making a comeback in mainstream entertainment, well, that ship has sailed because she is just out of control with her racism. I don't know who has been influencing her. I hope it wasn't 24 Eyes. Maybe. Who knows? But She's on a rampage, but her fixation, her focus, laser focus, seems to revolve around mainstream Hollywood American actor Ben Paden. And again, I never heard of Ben Paden. I don't think anyone's heard of Ben Paden. But it's wild. This is wild. And I wish she would just stop making videos at this point, because I know that maybe in her drunken rampages or her, pharmaceutically induced stupors, she's thinking, yeah, I made that video. I'm so clever. But in actuality, she's coming off looking like a fool, obsessive, pathetic. And this is why she's been defined at this stage as a lol cow. So my advice before we even go any further is, hey, Miss Ostowich, stop now. Because I'm going to be fairly kind to you in this recap and commentary. But there's going to be other people who pick up on this, and they're going to see the kind of traffic and whatnot that you draw. And they're not going to be as nice as I am. Okay? So let's continue. But before we do, let's get into who Ben Paden is just a bit. Just a teensy tiny bit. Because I did take the time to do my research. This is him. Like I said, it's kind of like a hybrid of Christian Bale meets Chris Hemsworth. He seems to keep his hair like this. He is available for bookings in mainstream entertainment. He has an IMDb page. All right. This seems to be one of his most popular pieces of work as of recent. A mainstream short film known as Switch. It came out in 2016. I haven't viewed it. I don't know what it's about, but I am going to read to you, all of you, the summary of it. Okay. Which kind of explains in a certain capacity a video clip that Nika Ostowich played, where he was talking about putting a scarf in a girl's mouth or something. I'm wondering if he was actually reenacting a scene from this. So let me just read to you what the movie's about. Okay. In a fetish club called Darkness, where your wildest dreams are fulfilled, Arya is the most requested dominatrix. But when a powerful client, Prescott, threatens to shut down her empire, the club's owner, Sade, asks Arya to submit herself to him. To save their world, forced to confront her growing feelings for Sade and fear of vulnerability, Arya soon finds that giving up control isn't as easy as it seems. And apparently, Ben Paden plays Sade. Okay? So we have a taller version of 24 Eyes from the Owls in mainstream Hollywood playing this kind of character. Hence why, I suppose, Nina Ostowich took a liking to him and currently is a little bit obsessed with him. Oh, we got someone in the chat who dared to chat with me. There's a lot of people, they are a little afraid of me, and I like it that way. Uncle Monger says, "You're doing God's work, Alex. God bless you." Am I? I'm just doing my thing. But let's continue. So this was, I suppose, his breakthrough role, because when I Googled him, this seemed to be the movie or the short that came up the most. All right. So let's keep going. All right. Now here he is with short hair. So for the ladies who don't like the blonde surfer boy look, if you want someone who's looking like more like a corporate CEO guy, if you pay him enough money, perhaps he will cut his hair and look like this. So here he is, and this shows some more movies that he is known for. Let me enlarge this so I can see this. Now this is going to be an upcoming movie that he's in called Amaranza. Amaranza. I have no idea what that's about. Then Switch. He was also in something called Dawn of Grace. I don't know what that's about either. And Swadade. Swadade. These are different kinds of names to me. Amaranza, Swadade. The Switch thing seemed a little European, BDSM-y. So I'm thinking that because he has this Nordic look, he's mainly cast by European people. And maybe that's how Nika Ostowicz came across him. I have no idea. I don't know what is going on here exactly. But we're going to learn as we move forward. Here we go. All right. And another thing I discovered about him is that he's not just an actor. This is also how I discovered that he's tall. He's also a model. He has a Miami Beach agency representation or representative, the Green Agency. And I'm aware of the Green Agency, very reputable. I don't know if he's still with them or not, because I did go on their website and I looked under their current male models and actors and I didn't see him. But at least at one point in time, he was, okay? But he is 6'5". So we got a tall drink of water over here. 24 Eyes was only about my height. I'm about 5'6¾". I'm tall for a girl, but my height for a guy, about average. This guy is super tall, and he's kind of lanky also. All right. Someone in the chat is saying that he has a feminine face. Well, it depends on where you're from when it comes to your perspective on that. He's very Caucasian. Okay, that's what it is. This guy is extremely on the Caucasian spectrum. If actually, you know what? There's a top model. He's older now, but he is known as Marcus Schinkenberg. Okay, Marcus Schinkenberg very briefly was in a relationship with Pamela Anderson, but he has a face very reminiscent of Marcus Schinkenberg. Marcus Schinkenberg had darker coloring. He was still white, but he had darker hair, darker eyes. This guy, I would say, Nordic descent, probably his lineage is Norwegian, Finnish, something along those lines. But yeah, he's also a model, or he was at one point in time, because he would have been good for runway considering the height and the length of his limbs. So let's continue. All right, now here's where it gets creepy. And I'm just going to have fun with y'all. But some of you who might know me well know that there's always truth to comedy. I was curious as to his age. As you could see, let me go back to where we, hold on, just give me a second. As you can see, he's cast as someone between 18 to 35, right? Now, here's where we go down the rabbit hole just a little bit, okay? According to the only source I could find regarding his age, he's documented as being 66 years old. So is this a fatal attraction that Nika Ostowicz is having with a vampire? Is this a vampire? Is this an immortal? Are we about to go into Croatia meets America Twilight? I don't know. But according to this, he's 66 years old. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe he doesn't want people to know how old he is. But just something odd that I found. But let's keep going. All right. And I did want to show some of you, because some of you out there, you like to watch me and you might not be into the same kinds of topics and whatnot that I'm into. You might not be as worldly as Alexandra Mayers. So that's okay because I'll catch you up to speed. Some of you might not know where Croatia is. There it is. Croatia is actually adjacent to Italy. A lot of times when you think about Croatia, you think about it being more so perhaps on the eastern side of Romania, but as you can see, it's on the western side of Romania. And if you were to ever visit this country, you would notice that the populace as a whole does look very Italian. There's a lot of that Moor blood running through the genetics, through the populace. They're a little bit of a darker people, surprisingly. Nika Ostojic is not stereotypical of a Croatian woman at all. I would say that her lineage probably stems more so from Poland, maybe what used to be the Czech Republic. Maybe she's more so Germanic, but she is not a typically Croatian look. Most Croatians tend to have more of a Mediterranean sort of olive-skinned look. But I'll tell you, she does tend to gravitate toward this Kurt Cobain, Nordic look within men. So, hey, Nika, and I'm not talking to you directly because you've been a racist bitch as of late. But if you want a guy who looks like this Ben Paden character, this Ben Paden person, you need to travel north. Okay? Follow my instructions. Get off your ass, rent a car, or maybe get on a train, but for Christ's sake, take a shower and leave the house. And perhaps take a holiday and go to, I don't know, northern Germany, the Netherlands, Denmark, maybe even go up to Norway or Sweden, because a lot of men who are looking for women who are desperate for partners like yourself, Miss Ostojic, live there that look a little bit like Ben Paden. You like that look? Seek it out. Because it's not going to come to you, you old middle-aged hag. All right, let's keep going.
Sorry, I had...
So here he is. Here he is, okay? So this is from 6 days ago. 6 days ago. We're going to look at this video because I'm going to take you through time. It's a time portal, okay? We're going to look at what she has chronicled. This is from the Jokeress YouTube channel. Here is Mr. Paden, and apparently they communicate through these video messages somehow. All right, so here's what he had to say. Let me rewind just a bit. Here we go.
You're alone. Sorry, I had was responding to text. I'll explain it in our date. I need to collect myself, sit down and get ready, but I'm really excited. I'm about to sign on if you're still available. I don't want you to leave you waiting in the darkness.
Seems a little rehearsed. Now, here's my primary question, and I'm only going to bring this up a few times throughout tonight's live stream, but I'm hoping that Nika Ostojic was not given this cat money to talk to her, because she doesn't need to do that to have men in her life. There's something about this guy, and I could be completely off base or wrong, but it's something about him that kind of screams male ethot to me. Those of you who are savvy with the internet terminology, you know what I'm talking about. But apparently this video was something that was sent to her after she had a mental breakdown, an episode to where she's claiming that she was that she was paralyzed and she wasn't able to properly communicate. And this cat, Ben Paden, allegedly ignored her 911 call. Now the question is, did she construct this whole, hey, I'm paralyzed all of a sudden situation just to get Mr. Chris Hemsworth meets Christian Bale, Ben Paden's attention? or are her claims legitimate? Because suddenly she seems a lot better over the past 24 hours. But let's keep going.
Because I'm about to join.
All right. Now, already we have people in the chat saying quite a bit. Let me go ahead and acknowledge the chat because I don't want to be mean. You think he has a Fabio vibe? I hadn't thought about that. I never liked Fabio. I always thought Fabio looked like a long-haired Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I was never into Arnold Schwarzenegger. But Uncle Monger says that she buys men. Do you have proof of that? We don't know that. Mermaid says that she's off her rocker. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep going. Jokeress loves pretty boys. Well, a lot of people like the pretty boys. I'm not going to criticize anyone who likes pretty boys or beautiful women. Okay. Because I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to superficially attractive people. I love beauty. All about it. All about it. It's a problem. But anyways. All right. So moving forward, we're going to look. I put this together 4 days ago. So we're actually 24 hours ahead of the dates that we're going to see here. Okay. So these are some videos that she made on her alternate channel, Beautiful Chaos. Okay. The first one was a public apology to Ben Paden. So I guess after about 3 days after she, made it publicly known that she felt that Ben Paden ignored her calls for help during her alleged paralysis, she decided to apologize. And then for some reason, because she also has an obsession with Machine Gun Kelly, who I didn't even know he was a thing. For some reason, I thought that Eminem just changed his look and became Machine Gun Kelly because of the Megan Fox connection, because that music video Love the Way You Lie that he did with Rihanna. I could be wrong, but I think Megan Fox did the music video with Eminem. So I thought Machine Gun Kelly was Eminem. That shows you how old I am at this point. I'm 44. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, let's take a look at some of these videos, okay? Because it gets wild. All right, now here she is giving her apology to Ben Paden, but then later she takes away her apology. She's just like too much about Ben Paden, and I don't get it. I mean, yeah, he's attractive, but like I said, all she's got to do is head north in Europe and find men who look just like Ben Paden, if not better, who are probably a lot more grounded and don't think their shit don't stink because they're not trying to be Hollywood actors. Women, it's rarely going to work out between you and a Hollywood male actor. I'm just letting you know right now. It can, but it's rare. So let's go.
Hi, Ben. I'm in the dark because it's really hard to get up and
she's got to
turn on the light.
She's got to stop with this sob story crap. She's got to stop. She's about 37 years old now. Okay. Look, after 35, and you older women out there, you know what I'm talking about. You got to hold on to your looks like your life depends on it, because any day you could hit the wall and that's it. Y'all don't know what kind of things I'm doing over here to keep this shit up. All right. But anyway.
Because I might fall. I'm sorry for the very bad thing I did about you and said very bad things. I do.
Yeah, but she apologizes, then she takes it back. I don't think she's sorry. I think she needs to just get off the internet. But let's go.
Apologize. I said it to hurt you. Why? It has nothing to do with us romantically or any kind of that.
Oh, someone's giving me an update. She threatened to take action against me. Well, I don't follow her Instagram. I don't know what the hell's going on, and I don't really care. But what she's got to understand is that she's a public figure focusing on other public figures. So she's open to commentary. I'm not breaking any laws. That is what a lot of these drama streamers and these drama communities need to understand. I am basically no different than the National Enquirer, TMZ, on a lower scale. I'm the scuffed version, but I'm good at what I do. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of a bunch of white supremacist, racist pieces of shit who want to put all their shit out there and don't want a hot, beautiful, intelligent Black woman commentating on it. No, you don't get to shut me up. And her recent references to racism, saying that I need to be whipped, she needs to be glad that she's over in Croatia. Because I'll tell you this, if this bitch ever were to cross my path in day-to-day life, who do you think would be the last one standing? Just saying. I exercise daily. Let's keep going.
I had something which is called, I'm not sure in English, neurogenic or similar neurological paralysis, because I went through shock.
All right, so allegedly she has neurological paralysis. All right, it's interesting how she claims to be so intelligent, and sometimes she can speak English almost perfectly, but then when she wants the sympathy, she has trouble. And when she gets real racist, she suddenly has mastery of the English language too. Interesting, right? This is why, you know, as much as I am proud to be a Black Republican, I just kind of think that Trump should have stuck with the second wife instead of going the Eastern European route, because unfortunately, you got a lot of American men who are going to follow Trump's example and bring over these racist bitches. And they try to act like, oh, I'm European. I don't have any racism within me. I don't even know what race is. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And often they are incredibly jealous of Black women. It's crazy. And the reason has to do with us aging better. That's the reason. They're jealous of Asian women too. Let's keep going.
I was 3 days on the floor with crazy grandma who didn't understand anything.
And talking bad about your own flesh and blood, your grandmother. You better be glad your grandmother was even there for you. Bet grandma's thinking twice now about having birthed your ass.
Trying to reach anybody. I was on the floor 3 days. I didn't piss for 3 days. I was on the...
And this story changes. Sometimes she says that she relieved herself on the floor. Other times she said that she held it in for 3 days. We're not sure.
The floor, and my grandma was beating me with her cane, because she didn't have a clue what's going on. Crazy woman.
Yeah, but it's your grandmother. And let me tell you something. This girl wouldn't have any money or any resources if it wasn't for grandma. Hey, grandma, if you see this girl, take your cane and do a few whaps, maybe across the head. You know, knock some sense into your granddaughter.
Trying to hit call button on Facebook to anybody, but people thought that I'm or drunk.
You probably were drunk.
Laughing like, oh, Nika,
she drinks a lot.
Go to bed. Or they thought I'm doing some comedy because you know me, Ben. You know me, Ben. And I know you and I had a beef and we...
And I do want to say that a very similar situation that has transpired allegedly between Nika and Ben also occurred between Nika and 24 Eyes, the guy who we noticed that Ben looks like a taller version of. I'm very aware of the intricacies of that situation.
Stopped contact, but I know you.
Someone's asking who paid for all her tattoos. I would assume that she did. I mean, she has worked in the past. And I think that she still probably gets royalties from a couple books that she wrote. I'm not going to say that she's not accomplished on a certain level, but this whole pity party thing that she's doing, if her objective is to get herself married off over the next 1 or 2 years and clocks the ticking, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, She's got to stop this. She should just delete her entire YouTube channel. All of it. All of it. And just say, put one video up saying, you know what, I was temporarily, completely insane due to a misdiagnosis and a misprescription of whatever pharmaceuticals I've been taking. Ignore everything that I said and did over the past 5 years. That's what she should do. Otherwise, it's just going to become more and more of a trash fire.
I thought that you are a good man, and if I managed to somehow, I couldn't use my phone, I couldn't type, I could type short words, and I thought if I hit Ben and write 911.
So the more that we get into this, the more that we're seeing that it's all about Ben. She's trying to act like it was just a coincidence that when she hit her phone, you know, in the last attempt to reach somebody in the world, it just happened to be Ben. But if it just happened to be Ben, why would you make all these videos over the past few days about Ben? And then why would you link your videos to me, someone who's a big mouth, who you know damn well is going to look and see like, okay, who's Ben? Oh, it's a public figure, something to talk about. So, you know, you orchestrated all of this, Nina Ostowich. I know you think you're smarter than you are, but even with me talking about Ben, I don't think Ben's going to talk to you again because Ben has too many options and he can go with somebody younger and prettier. Those are the cold, hard facts. Sorry if it hurts.
Which was really hard for me to write. I thought you will react. Because
someone's saying that she's trying for a sugar daddy. Well, that's not Ben. Ben's a starving artist. He's a starving writer and a starving actor. He doesn't have money yet. He won't have a lot of money until he hits about 55, probably.
I needed human contact. I needed normal human. I couldn't. I called Croatian 911 and they said, "Oh, just sit and take a sedative and come to see us in 5 hours if you still feel bad." Like,
yeah, because Croatian 911 probably is aware of her phone numbers, and they were like, "Oh, there's Ostowich again." Tell her to take a sedative and relax and get back to us, because she probably calls all the time. Don't diss Croatia 911. They just know who you are, just like Croatian media and all the Croatian bloggers and all the Croatian YouTube and social media communities, which is why you're so hell-bent in entering the United States of America communities. I mean, if you really want to be all about the Hollywood life, pick up your ass and relocate to the United States and live in Hollywood. You're not going to make it. I'll tell you that right now. Too old. The only way you make it in Hollywood as an actress is if you start basically as like 16 years old. You have to be like 16. So I don't know. You just need to find an older man in your own neck of the woods and go with that. Somebody who remembers you from when you were in your heyday. If you want to get married, you know, you're 37, go for somebody like 47 to 50.
what? I could 3 days, I couldn't reach anybody. It was the worst situation of my life, and you didn't react. And then when
No, he didn't react because he figured that you were going to start stalking him, which you have.
Regain some strength. In some moments I can write, in some moments I cannot. It's easier to make a video and talk than to write something. Okay.
And you want to make videos anyway because it fulfills your narcissistic traits and needs and proclivities. All right. So that's one. So then she made another video Okay, I'm not going to show you all like the complete all these videos, but some of them are very revealing about her objectives. Okay, now this one is an apology for apologizing. So she's taking back her apology to Ben Paden.
It's 23rd of April, and I'm gonna upload it in a week around 1st of May, because I'm gonna give it a week. This is apology for public apology to Ben Paden. Google it. Public apology to Ben Paden. It's on some random channel called Beautiful Chaos.
It's your channel. And why are you trying to create so much attention? Like, do you think that by doing all this, Ben Paden is suddenly going to have this epiphany and be like, oh, yeah, I got to be with Nika Ostowich? No, this is actually, I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get way more dates than he ever had before, because there's going to be so many women who look at this situation and they're going to be like, oh my God, I never knew about Ben Paden. He's kind of cute. And wow, he had like a really crazy encounter with this psycho girl from the Ukraine or wherever it is that you're from, Croatia. You know, but still, let me see if I can hit him up. And there, so this is all you did was advertise him. He will never admit it, but you just created a whole bunch of advertising for him, and he's going to get everything and you're going to get nothing. Because this wasn't working. I explained everything in that video, and I apologized to Ben Paden, who was my, I'd dare to say, closest friend for a few months. And I'm wondering if they ever met in person. I don't think that they did, because to my knowledge, she has not come to the United States. It's possible that Ben Paden traveled to Croatia or something to meet her, but I have a feeling that this is all an relationship. Dare I say, with elements of a parasocial relationship intermingled within it. Maybe we had a crush on one another, okay, whatever, but we were at the first place closest friends like this. I know you didn't know him long enough to be closest friends. I'm sorry. The same thing happened with 24. I know that Ben Paden can take revenge on this. He was recording all our conversations. I'm not sure for which. Now, if he was recording the conversations, he shouldn't have been doing that. And the question is, was she giving him money? Because Paden, if you ever see this, and I suspect that you will, watch it in its entirety, considering the level of narcissism that you appear to embody. If you attempt to extort this girl, people are going to get wind of it. I would suggest that you continue the no contact route, but don't take it a step further to try to get some money to pay your rent. All right? Because I know what's going on in the YouTube streets, in the Facebook streets, and the Instagram streets. I even know what's happening in the Pinterest streets. But we went in a beef, we had a fight, blah, blah, blah. And then when got very sick, couldn't manage to reach anybody, I reached Ben. He ignored it. And I was pissed. And I filmed a horrible video about him. Yes, all to get his attention. Nika, it's time for you to stop with these online relationships. Find somebody in real life. Enough of this. Said the worst possible things a person can say, because when I get pissed, I lose it. But that's no excuse. You're too old for this now. Say anything just to hurt the person. And I did that. And then I thought later, because I'm a human being, and I'm really... And stop referencing. I mean, you're like a broken record. You say the same talking points over and over again. I'm a human being. Obviously, you're a human, but you're looking for reasons to excuse your bad behavior instead of fixing your bad behavior. And again, Here you are now. We're in the year 2023. You are 37 years old, talking shit about your grandmother, making up stories about afflictions that most likely do not exist, all in effort to get the attention of men who, frankly, are out of your league. Time to stop.
It's stupid to say about yourself, but I'm not a bad person. I'm
Yes, you are. You are on occasion, considering how you treat people who treat you nicely.
really not a bad person. I'm human, and I recorded with my best friend last night apology to Ben. Sent it to him.
And it wasn't the last word to Ben. She always says, I'm giving my last word to blank, to whoever it is. And then she keeps coming and going and going and going. Because again, it's not about getting positive attention, it's about getting any attention. She never takes accountability for anything that she does, nothing. She's like a child, like a petulant 6-year-old child.
From like 3 sources.
I actually think that Trisha Licious' daughter, Sheridan, is more mature than this.
Because I'm not sure where did he blocked me. That video has at this moment like 35 views. I don't know who's watching it. Him probably.
No, you know what? I'll tell you. I know the psyches of men very well. He probably hasn't watched even 30% of the videos that you've made of him, Nika. He's probably watched some bits and pieces of a few. Some of his friends or people who are crushing on him have probably watched them in their entirety. And here's the unfortunate reality. They're all laughing at you.
I didn't expect from Ben to love me.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
Yes, you did.
I expected something humanly like okay, something as lame as vague and vague as okay. But
No, you wanted to control him from afar. You have a pattern of this.
I didn't get that. And I gave him a week to say something.
And you're going to give him a week to say something. He's never going to say anything. And even if he wanted to, he probably wouldn't, because he has power over you by not saying anything.
And I deleted that video in which I say mean things to hurt him. I deleted it. But I feel sorry I deleted it. I might upload it again.
So see, she's saying, oh, I'm sorry I deleted it, and I might upload it again if I don't get my way. That's why I say she's like a petulant child.
For him to have it on Google forever.
Worst, scary.
All right, so this is just a clip from where she's trying to get Machine Gun Kelly's attention by saying that Machine Gun Kelly's music somehow saved her life in the midst of her episode of the alleged neurological paralysis.
Best moments of my life. If somebody knows you, tell him you saved Nika from crash. Somebody will laugh at that video, laugh if you want. But his music saved me. No matter how aggressive it is, I was thinking, Nika, this must be getting on your nerves right now. But it wasn't. Thank you, Machine Gun Kelly, for your existence.
All right, so she's happy that Machine Gun Kelly exists. To my knowledge, Machine Gun Kelly is taken by one of the most attractive women in the world as of current, a woman known as Megan Fox. So that's not going to work for her either. Here we are. I had to put an example in here. This is Megan Fox. Everybody love her. She's super, super, super attractive. And that's Machine Gun Kelly. I thought it was Eminem. I thought Eminem got like a bunch of tattoos. I didn't really know what was happening. But he's really tall too. Like, I guess if Ben Paden was younger and he were to cut his hair like that and he got a whole bunch of crazy tattoos and he started rapping, he could be Machine Gun Kelly. Maybe that's what Nika Ostowich sees in him, and she wants to be Megan Fox. But if you're going to be Megan Fox, Nika Ostowich, you have to lose weight and never eat again. Get a bunch of, well, I'm not gonna call her out for any work that she had done because she looks beautiful. But this takes dedication. This does not just happen. Megan Fox is a savant when it comes to beauty. Okay? She's an actress in her country. Yeah, a long time ago. Not now. Not anymore. It's over. It's over unless she pulls herself together. All right, let's keep going. All right, so now we're going to go into these first 6 videos that she made, I would say around 48 hours ago. She's made more since, but we're only going to go through these. All right, so let's actually go back so that I can tell you what the title was. Okay, the first one is Ben Paden gags women with their panties. Laugh out loud. And then she references him because she wants his attention. Now, this is all allegedly. Does Ben Paden really gag women with their panties? Probably not. She probably just saw him in the movie Switch, as we looked at before. So let's see what she has to say.
Hey fucking there, people. I keep on getting logged out in every email I create. So this is a new channel. Sorry, that's some bug, some error of Gmail lately.
So Gmail, Google itself isn't even letting her continue on her social media rampage of destruction, harassing Ben Paden. Okay, that's what's happening. Ben Paden is being harassed by this woman in Croatia.
So since Ben Robert Paden, son of Mildred Willis Paden.
Do we need to know the mother's name? Yes, he's a public figure, but do we need to know? And why are you putting all this out here if you want him to talk to you? See, this is why he's not going to talk to you anymore, Nika, because you're doing this. And you obviously wanted me to put this out in the public. Otherwise, you wouldn't have referenced my name in your or tagged my name in your videos. So you don't have any excuses.
From Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I will tell you some shit about him.
A lot of times in North Carolina, boys are good looking, regardless of ethnicity. I've met some beautiful Black men from North Carolina. They have some of the best looking people in North Carolina. I like that.
Because he ignores everything. He's like person with no feelings.
No, he's smart. He was smart to ignore you. He was smart to ignore you because I know that after I do this stream, you're going to go on another rampage. And you're even going to go as far as to reach out to people who you think have power in the United States to get at me, which only adds to my legal cases when it comes to mental illness on the internet and how it can negatively impact somebody's life. But you're predictable at this stage. But he knew because he's probably dealt with a lot of girls like you.
His feelings are like my 100-year-old broken piano.
Why don't you play the piano? Play the piano instead of talking about Ben Paden. Play us a song. Oh, you don't know how.
You see? Believe it or not, we're a fancy family. And Ben is a failure.
No, you're a failure to your family because if your family is truly as fancy as you claim, as you allege, then what are you doing? Why are you doing all this on the internet? Because they're going to figure out what you're up to. In fact, I think your family already knows. Yeah. It's time to stop.
He wants to be a writer, but no fucking comment. No comment.
Now, who's that in the background? There's somebody coming in that she's trying to be dismissive of. She doesn't even stop the live stream. Who's that? Let's rewind this.
No comment. Ne, mama. Ne, mama, nema inozemstva.
And look at how she's talking to either her mother or her grandmother. The stream is more important to her than the people in her family. Ooh, not good.
Sorry, my mom asked if I'm calling somebody in for
Now, wait a minute. Your mom is up and able to walk around. Wasn't she just saying that her mother fell and cracked her skull open? And that's why she had this mental breakdown, allegedly, to where she attained neurological paralysis, allegedly. But you see how she regarded her mother just now in this clip? Let's watch this again. And people in the chat, you guys hear me on this. Thank you. Yes, that is what she said. I think it's her mother, not her grandmother, who came in.
No comment. Ne, mama. Ne, mama, nema inozemstva. Sorry, my mom asked if I'm calling somebody in foreign lands.
Well, that is what you are doing. You are reaching out to people in the United States to talk about this man over here, Ben Paden, who none of us would have even known about were it not for your fiasco, your temper tantrum over here. But now you have disproven your own story when it comes to your mother. And we also know how you speak to your mother now. You really think that a boy from North Carolina is going to want to be with a woman who regards her mother the way that you just did in this live stream? You're a brat. You're entitled and you're spoiled. And you are a bitch.
Excuse me. He has some sexual habits which are so weird. And I did a thing for him.
And when she gets really angry, she defaults into talking about sex for some reason. That's her pattern.
Took a photo of myself with my mouth tied up. I will show you a photo right now. Some guy wanted it, so I sent it to him.
All right, so there's a t-shirt she made with a photo of herself gagged. Well, considering how she speaks to her mother, you know, that's a good photo for her. That should be her avatar forever.
Okay. And Ben Paden hated his sisters because he's surrounded by women who talk nonstop.
You don't know that for a fact. Don't be talking about this dude's family, okay? You don't know. You don't know. And if he doesn't like women who talk nonstop, then you are not the right girl for him because you never shut up, ever.
And he had a habit of tying women up and gagging their mouth. And he was telling me about some sort of prostitute. I don't know if she was some advertising expert. And he was gagging her with her panties.
And when she doesn't like a woman, they're always a prostitute, by the way. That's another one of her patterns.
And fucking her. And here's a story with him talking about he would like, that's the first time he said, I don't have many videos of him because I'm not psychiatric. Sorry, this is broken. We had a big earthquake here in Croatia.
Or did you punch it? Did you punch that window?
Okay, he was gagging the woman and fucking her. And
well, some people are into that. Why are you telling us about his sexual habits? Because I'll tell you, there's going to be a lot of young girls out there who are like, ew, what is this? 50 Shades of Grey? Let me hit up Ben Paden. Like I'm saying, this is nothing but an advertising campaign for Ben Paden.
Then blocked her because she was a bit annoying.
Fucking bullshit.
Here he is.
But
Now, I didn't splice this in. She spliced in this video footage of him in the video that we're recapping. I didn't just throw this in here. The only thing I did was put him up here because I feel like he's laughing at her in that picture. So I liked it. Okay, let's
I would like to tie like a scarf around your mouth if we were to do that in a way that you were into. Because I think you have pretty...
See, he kind of actually does remind me of Christian Bale in American Psycho here, but with lighter coloring.
lips, and it would be sexy for that to occur. But it's nothing that would ever occur before we spoke about it. And I spoke to you in a way that would hopefully turn you on.
So he does make it clear that he's not going to tie you up unless you consent. Ben Paden is about consent. Good to know. At least we know he's not a rapist or anything. That's good. Okay. So let's keep going.
Anyway, I'm about to eat some food.
Someone thinks that he has psycho vibes. I think that's just his voice. And I think that he's speaking lower than he normally would. He's trying to be sexy. Because I think he's like a cam boy. You know, because you got to pay the rent. The rent in Hollywood is very expensive. When I lived in Hollywood, I lived off what was it? Highland and Franklin. Like 1 month's rent in somewhere like, I don't know, Oklahoma City is only like 1/3 of what it costs to live out there. It's really expensive. He's got to talk to these crazy women in order to supplement his income.
Fucking a bit.
Someone's asking if I've reached out to Ben Paden on social media. No, I just do commentary. I don't plan to reach out to Ben Paden. Not at all.
So Ben he got very offended when I said, okay, that's a fetish. I mean, I don't judge people. I have fetish.
You don't judge people? Really? Yes, you do. That's all you do.
People with ginger hair, for example.
Really? You like people with ginger hair? Do you? Is that why you're a fake ginger?
But, oh my God, Ben Paden, Ben Robert Paden, son of Robert Paden Sr., who died, and you cry a lot about it.
Oh, why are you talking about his dad who's dead? That's horrible. See?
I'm sorry your father died. My father died too. But
oh, so that's what they have in common. Okay, she's trying to trauma bond.
What you did to me, ignored my urgent 911
Well, he was right to ignore you because look at how you act.
It makes you a monster.
Oh, he's a monster now.
Monster.
Well, he might be a vampire because he is listed as being 66 and he looks a lot younger or an immortal. We're not sure yet. We'll find out.
And you're sexually perverted. I didn't judge you because of that, because I'm perverted too. I like to be called a whore when somebody fucks me. Okay, it's fun.
Oh, so that's what her fixation is and her hatred. So she hates prostitutes and sex workers. She's made that clear in other videos. But when she is being bedded, she likes to be called a WHORE. Okay, self-loathing. I wouldn't be surprised if like maybe at one low point in her life, she might have delved into sex work a little bit and wants to, hide it, keep it in the past. It's too taboo. Happens a lot.
But now I'm making fun of you, and I hope every person. It has a lot of views video I made about you. I don't know, are you famous or I don't know what? People watch it.
Well, he's not famous, but he's up and coming, and it's like you're trying to ride on his coattails. Do you think that if like here's a question. Was she looking for Ben Paden to revitalize her own career as an actress? If you want to revitalize your career, it's not too late, but you must lose some weight. To be in Hollywood, you have to be super thin. You have to be like Megan Fox or Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox. You got to be almost, you have to have no weight on you. None. You're not skinny enough. Let's keep going.
This will be called Ben Paden Sexual Perverted Habits. Everybody should know. So girls.
Well, that's going to get him a lot of work in Hollywood. Everyone, let's find out what his sexual habits are. Let's find out.
Be aware.
No women are going to run from him. No one. None of them. They're going to run to him.
Ben Paden. Love you, darling.
He loves you too, I'm sure, in his own way. Let's continue. The next video we're going to look at is Ben Paden, who adored me, ignored my 911 call when I got neuroparalysis. Yes, he did ignore her. And it turned out to be a good move. Let's watch.
I'm sick. I'm very sick.
We know this. In more ways than one, you are sick.
I have neuroparalysis, which is a phenomenon. Thank God I can move my hands today. Thank fucking
The whole time, her mouth never stopped moving. Her mouth wasn't paralyzed, was it?
God, in which I don't believe. Okay, Ben Paden, who I managed.
Someone thinks that her t-shirts are MK Ultra t-shirts. Maybe. Who knows?
To reach.
Do you think she's from Project Monarch? Is he?
When I couldn't move, I was paralyzed. I managed to.
Who's her handler? Take a guess. Who you think the handler is?
Write 911. Call me. Something along these lines. He didn't. He was the person I met on Tinder.
Oh, so we're getting to the bottom of it now. She met him on Tinder. She was swiping, looking for anyone who reminded her of Kurt Cobain or 24 Eyes. And he popped up.
Okay. Fuck Tinder. It doesn't matter how we met. We felt madly in love.
Oh, she thinking, uh-oh. Let's rewind.
It doesn't matter how we met. We felt madly in love. He said if he got me pregnant, that he would keep the child and take care of the child because I'm so wonderful.
But why would he have to take care of it instead of you? Was he planning on killing you? Was that feeding into your Jeffrey Dahmer fantasy? Oh my God. All right, now we got some comments. Someone's saying she doesn't like you, Alex. Not sure why. I'm not out to be liked. I'm out to just bring y'all some entertainment over here on trashfire.tv. I mean, hey. Hey, Nessa. Good to see you too. Good to see you. Yes, she is from the Carterverse. Absolutely. She's another one of the crazies from the Carterverse. Yeah. This is Trishalicious without the kid. Similar kind of situation. Yeah. Hey, Nessa. Welcome. Is Tinder international? I don't know. I mean, it's an app. I guess you could be in any country and download Tinder. All right, someone says that they can't listen to me. That's okay. You don't have to be in here. Why would you be in here? I mean, really, this channel keeps getting better. Oh, I got all kinds of things planned. I'm here to entertain. That's all. I'm just Alexandra Mayers, and I care. In the future, I'm going to be president of the United States. All right, let's keep going.
He dedicated me songs like, I don't know how it goes, but like, you're sweeter than summer wine.
Let's rewind. I want all of y'all to hear this in its entirety. This is too much.
Would keep the child and take his.
Okay.
He was the person I met on Tinder. Fuck Tinder. It doesn't matter how we met.
Yes, it
We
does.
felt madly in love.
He played you. You thought that he loved you, but he didn't.
He said if he got me pregnant, that he would keep the child and take care of the child because I'm so wonderful.
A little bit of a pregnancy fantasy to lock you in.
He dedicated me songs like, I don't know how it goes, but like, you're sweeter than summer wine, you're sweeter than summer nights.
Oh, so he was singing to her some songs,
Some
American songs that she might not be familiar with.
something like this. He dedicated song Pretty Woman, which I'm not right now.
Oh, really? Pretty Woman. I thought she didn't like prostitutes. I mean, that song became repopularized in what, the early 90s in the Julia Roberts movie Pretty Woman. And that whole movie was about a prostitute. Y'all remember that movie Pretty Woman? Dun 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 dun. Pretty woman walking down the street. Yeah. Yeah. That's a song basically about a prostitute.
And my hair is a mess because I got dreadlocks because I'm dead in bed in living
Yeah, you're just lazy. Get up and comb your damn hair.
room for last, I don't know how long, 10 days or more.
Uh-huh.
And Ben Paden, Benjamin Paden, actor in C-class movies and wannabe writer.
I don't know if something were to happen with Chris Hemsworth, he might be the next Thor. I'm getting Thor vibes. Don't downplay him. We don't know what's going to happen.
Quote, writes a book for a year. I wrote my book, which was published in 2 days.
Yeah, but you got a mom who's like really successful who helped you. You know, you got nepotism going on.
Yeah. I was a Playboy journalist all my life. And I know I seem like.
Yeah, she does have lipstick on. I know. We're not supposed to notice that, though. We are not supposed to notice that. And yeah, nobody's heard of Ben Paden, but she kept talking about him, so I had to do a Trash Fire TV about Ben Paden. You know? I didn't know about Ben Paden. Did she e-date Aaron Carter? No, she was just appeared on one of his live streams, and they threw her in the Carterverse. Anyone who streams who ever talked to Aaron Carter, even if they never talked to Aaron Carter, is in the Carterverse. I'm in the Carterverse, and I shouldn't be because I never talked to Aaron Carter to my knowledge.
A crazy person right now. But many people and many stuff got me crazy because I was paralyzed. I was fucking paralyzed.
But your mouth still worked, so you weren't totally paralyzed.
You cannot understand the fear when you're paralyzed. I managed to reach Ben Paden. 911 called me somehow, because I couldn't use my hands. My friend brought me this, but I can't. You can just hit it. You cannot call because you.
But you did try to reach Ben Paden, but he didn't pick up because he was sick of you. Get over it.
Your brain and your hands are not connected. Maybe it's permanent, maybe it's not. Ben hopes it's permanent. I sent last night 50 messages to him and 100 messages to his mother.
See, I haven't listened to these videos all the way through. I just put them together so we could talk about them. She sent 50 messages to Ben and then 100 messages to his mom. So his mom now knows that he's dealing with crazy chick too. Uh-oh.
Mildred Willis Patton in North
Leave Mildred alone.
Carolina about how drunk he is because I hate him.
But you're drunk too. You're always drunk.
He drinks a bottle of whiskey every night.
You don't know that.
He was planning life with me, telling me that he can't wait that me and his friend Connor and I have no.
I've been tricked on occasion by men on the internet too. I'm not going to act like I haven't taken the bait with some men who are like, yeah, we could live together and live happily ever after. But all they want to do is, you know, kind of jack off a little bit and then go to sleep, maybe smoke a blunt or something. So that's what happened here. That's a bit of what happened. She doesn't understand it. Ben Paden most likely was infatuated by you to an extent, but he probably talks to like at least 25 women on rotation, if not more. That's what these male e-thoughts do. That's what they do. Because he can rock this for a while, and he'll probably get more people now. See, if he were to work it right, he could even be a streamer. He probably will become a streamer now.
Which girlfriend of Connor will have barbecues? He was thinking about.
So now we're learning about Connor. We have to find out who that is later.
Should we live in Europe? Should we live in America? Things like that.
But it was a fantasy. It wasn't real. That's why you got to pull yourself together, comb your hair, change your t-shirt, go outside and find a guy about a decade older than you are. That way he still views you as being young, you know?
Suddenly he started to hate me like I'm nobody overnight. 5 months, I'm everything. I'm pretty woman walking down the street.
All right, someone in the chat is saying it would be good to hear Ben's side of the story. I don't think he would want to share his side of the story. I'm not going to seek it out. Ben, if you're out there and you want to come on this live stream and talk about it, send an email to ip2wikiinfo@gmail.com. Okay. And you can, or if you don't want to tell it, you could just email your side of the story. But it's not really about Ben. It's about this. But let's continue. We don't need to really talk to Ben.
The woman walking down the street. She's looking back to me. He was sending me songs like that because that.
Now, see, and again, she acts like she has this aversion to prostitutes. She must not know about the Pretty Woman movie. Do you think she doesn't know about it? Let's continue.
I was that to him, and I wrote a wonderful text, a story about him, about his wonderful mind, and he sent it to his mother, Mildred. And she said, I've never seen, who is that woman, that wonderful woman who did that? And okay, that happened to me, that phenomenon, neuroparalysis because of stress, because something happened at my home and I was under that big stress that I was paralyzed. I managed to hit Ben and I managed to write 911. It took me like an hour to hit those numbers because when your brain and your head are not connected, it's so hard.
It took her an hour to direct message Ben and type 911 in the midst of her episode. She does have a heavy voice. Yeah. But to my knowledge, she was born female.
You cannot imagine that fear. He ignored me.
He ignored her.
He ignored me.
He ignored her. So what does that tell you? Why keep making the videos? I've made that mistake before. Sometimes when you're an artistic soul and somebody becomes your muse, she did make a painting that I believe may have been based on Ben Paden. I saw it. Sometimes you become a little obsessed, but you have to get over it. You have to move on.
He has problems in his life. His sister was raped.
Oh.
As a joke. Bad joke. Sorry for YouTube's using the word rape, but that's the word.
But why are you telling that story? Maybe nobody wants to know. Maybe nobody needs to know. That's for him to tell or for the sister to tell, not for you to tell.
She's so ugly that I think that the rapist has trauma because of that.
Oh, see, this is why you don't have any friends. If what you said, if the story that he told you is authentic, and you're gonna spin it like that, see, if that neurological paralysis that you had was real, you got it because you're such a mean bitch. That's what happened. God decided to punish you if it was real.
Okay, Ben is beautiful, really handsome man. I will show you in the end of the video. But
well, he's never gonna be with you now after you're gonna say that kind of thing about his sister. Brothers are very protective over their sisters. They don't like that. I mean, really.
And he was sick of everything and everybody and decided to become a writer. He moved to LA, starred in some Amazon Prime movie for children. Okay,
so he's going to be a writer in LA. Probably like his goals to become a director or a producer, like a Steven Spielberg. Well, you know what? Ben Paden, here's an idea for you. You should make a movie based on this. That's what you should do. And now that we've live streamed this, if you ever do, you have to pay me a percentage because I gave you the idea. You could write a screenplay based on this situation. If you do, and you create a character based on me, cast me as myself in it. Okay? Because if I were to do it, or you could, and if you can't sell it as mainstream, turn it into a porn. Because in case you don't know, I'm also known as Monica Foster, retired porn star. I'm versatile. Let's keep going.
Okay, so he's a famous actor. Nobody has heard of him.
Who would play the Jokeress? I don't know. Who would play the Jokeress? Maybe she could play herself. But Lindsay Lohan. That's who would play her because the hair color. It would have to be Lindsay Lohan. Oh, you're right. Fairuza Balk. I know who she is. Yes. And yes, bless me. Yeah. But hey, Paden, if you make this into a screenplay, I need a role. Because I want to get a new car soon. So,
And what? He's a writer now. He doesn't do anything. He just drinks a bottle of whiskey every night.
Someone with the screen name Sonic Pubes is telling me to check my Facebook messages. No, because I don't like your screen name. And I have learned to stay out of Facebook drama. That is not for me. And I happen to know that all of this Ben Paden mess revolves on Facebook. So no, I'm not going on Facebook. I am YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram only. I don't go into Facebook world.
I know that because we were on video call for 13 hours. 13 hours.
You were on a video call with this man for 13 hours? Who does that? That's too much time. See, I don't have time for that.
Oh, how long is 13 hours? We were best friends. We said, I got your back, always.
Just because you say it on the internet doesn't make it real. A lot of people, they do not consider the internet real life at all. He was playing a character. He probably thought you were playing a character.
Always, I got your back.
He was asleep.
He cried about his father. When he got drunk, he got a bit worried, Like,
well, that's what happens when you drink, And if you were willing to be on there with him for 13 hours, that seems kind of long. I blame Ben for this too. Ben is on the internet too much.
Drunk person. But I think I don't judge people. I always dated.
You always judge people. You just judged his sister who's a rape victim, allegedly.
Guys from rock bands and everybody was drinking. I don't judge. I don't judge.
Yes, you do. You've judged me many times too.
Nobody. I don't judge.
Yes, you do.
He asked me, does it bother me that he drinks so much?
No, because you're an alcoholic too.
I see now on camera, I look like I'm dead. Maybe I am dead. I'm waiting for some action.
No, you just need some sunshine and you need to stop with this vampire look. I feel like you're fighting your own complexion. I feel like you should be a little bit more tan or something. It's too much.
Expert, so tell me.
She's like her face is like a marshmallow.
Is my disability permanent? Because yesterday I couldn't hold my head on my neck because my neck wasn't functioning.
Well, you need to exercise a bit, I think.
Sometimes I lose my hands. Sometimes I lose ability of speech.
I've never seen you lose ability of speech because you can't stop making videos and you're talking quite well in them.
And I want everybody to know what a monster Ben is. We had some stupid fight. People in fights say bad things. You say everything to hurt the person.
Well, most people don't do that. Okay, not if you really care for somebody. But I think that he was a friendly online acquaintance who got bored of you. Men have short attention spans. And he moved on. But now he's getting a lot of publicity through Trashfire TV.
But when he got 911
yeah, I agree. I think that she is a little bit too white. She needs like some bronzer, something, or some sunshine, perhaps. Something.
Voice message in which I couldn't normally speak. He knows me well. Because
I don't think you know yourself well. That's something that you should work on this year.
Romance lasted for months. He knows me more than...
Oh, so they were talking for months? How many months?
Better than anybody.
How many months?
He could see I'm not drunk. It's not a joke. But he ignored. In my country, there's a law.
In your country. Why are you always talking to Americans? This same look, as I said earlier in this live stream, can easily be found in Norway, Finland, Germany, Sweden, many places in Europe, not just America.
Not helping person in trouble and you go to jail. I called Glendale police where he lives.
Oh, so she called the police. So she hasn't just called the police on Skelly, aka Micah Wallace of the Owls, who deserves to have the police called on him when it comes to the controller situation. But she's also called the police on this man, Ben Paden, because Ben Paden wouldn't talk to her. Let's rewind that. I want everyone to pay attention to this. She called the police. She is a cop calling Karen.
It's not a joke, but he ignored. In my country, there's a law. Not helping person in trouble and you go to jail. I called Glendale police where he lives. And they said, unfortunately, miss, they're really nice. We don't have that law.
Okay, so he should never ever talk to you again if you're a cop calling Karen. I'm sick of these. I'm sick of these, honestly. And I know there's a lot of white women out there watching me right now, but honestly, I am sick and tired of white privileged bitches calling the cops when they don't get their way. That's why I'm going to be doing that whole series about cop calling Karens. I'm sick of it. Because too many, going back to the times before, going back to the times of pre-Civil War slavery, you had entitled white women getting people in trouble, not just people of color, white men too. And they keep getting away with it, getting away with it, getting away with it. I want to see more white privileged, white entitled women behind bars who are making false accusations against people. I'm sick of it.
I called the police. I'm not doxing him.
Yes, you are. You've been doxing him the whole time. He is a public figure, but still, you've been sharing very private things about him. Fortunately, he will survive, but at least, people are going to know you can't do any more damage to him now because people see what this is. You thought nobody was going to see.
But I think maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You can't do anything. You are actually powerless, chick.
50 messages to his mother about he's an alcoholic.
See, stalker, she sent 50 messages.
And I told her who I am because he told her who I am.
And who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Do you know who you are? Because I know you're watching. You're a jerk. And you're a cop calling Karen, making false accusations based on a false affliction that you're claiming that you suffered. You should be ashamed of yourself. Really.
We planned life together. Never trust people. Never trust people. People are shit. And Ben, I'm sorry to say.
See, the narcissism's coming out. People are shit. Really? And yeah, she is stalking him. She is.
That, but he's a sociopath. A failure in life who doesn't do anything. Nothing. He writes his book about some truck
Sounds like a lot of projection, doesn't it?
robbery for a year. Dude, I'm a writer. I wrote for Playboy for 14 years. I write Mike me said.
And who's she yelling at again? Let's look at that. She wrote for Playboy for 14 years. That's a long time. I've been wondering for a while if she's honest about her age.
For 14 years. I write Mike me.
Do you think that this is what Ben Paden wants? I don't think so. I'm not sure what's going on here. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I write an article in as long as it takes to write it. Yeah, just a
See, someone's in the room with her. I think it's her mom, who supposedly just fell and allegedly cracked her head open. I think that's her mom in the room with her trying to talk to her. And you see how she acts. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. And keep in mind, she's doing all this on a channel impersonating him, basically, called Ben Monster Paden. You see that? She's a criminal Karen.
second style, but in as long as it takes to write it. Yeah, just a second. Style, brže.
Potpuno je u redu nalaz magneta. Moraš spiti folnu kiselinu.
Dobro, tiše, hold on.
Uđeš neke vitamine.
Dobro, tišina.
Inače je potpuno nalaz u redu.
Okay, I've just heard my brain scan is okay.
So she never had a problem. Her brain scan is okay. And that's her mom who came in to tell her that after her mom herself allegedly was in the hospital for a bad fall. But again, I want all of you to pay attention to how she regards her mom. It's like she was very dismissive.
Mark me said, I wrote for Playboy for 14 years. Mark me said, I write an article in as long as it takes to write it. Yeah, just a second. Style, brže.
Potpuno je u redu nalaz magneta. Moraš spiti folnu kiselinu.
Dobro, tiše, hold on.
Uđeš neke vitamine.
Dobro, tišina.
Inače je potpuno nalaz u redu.
Okay, I've just heard my brain scan is okay.
I believe that she's a hypochondriac personally. That's what I think. I think that she's a narcissist and a hypochondriac.
I thought I would be disabled for life.
No, we wouldn't be that lucky.
And all I want to do is go to Machine Gun Kelly concerts, but that's not an option. Because I sit on the toilet.
All she wants to do is go to a Machine Gun Kelly concert. So we're back to that now. You see how we're cycling here?
And I fall. Okay, that's new. 10 days. I get up and I fall. I drink this. This is my favorite soft drink. And it tastes like some...
Like what?
Vodka. I don't know what. I can't do anything. And I wanted to reach to fucking Ben.
No, Ben doesn't want you. You got to find somebody else. Ben's out of your league. I'm sorry. I don't even think Ben is super hot. He's good looking in a certain way, but he's out of your league. You gotta, you know, you don't get Ben. No. You got to try somebody else.
And he ignored me because he hates me so much.
It's over. He already had his fun with you. It's over. And now he knows all this.
And I hate him.
Oh, you hate him now. Okay.
And I will keep on making these videos as long as this relaxes me.
It relaxes her to make these videos. That's why she makes them. She doesn't want us to talk about the videos, but she's making them and they're all public.
Because this relaxes me. Talking shit because I know this is not shit. This is truth.
It's
Because
true.
it pops up on his Google.
Oh, so she's doing this with the intention of being able to inadvertently communicate with him because considering the SEO, the search engine optimization, and the key terms that she's using with these videos, they will come up. Well, this video will come up too.
He's an actor. Oh, famous
So are you.
actor. We were supposed to be in a movie together.
Oh, so here we're getting to it now. She did have the objective of revitalizing her career in some way by doing some acting work with Ben Paden. Well, who is going to fund this project? How is this going to happen? Was there a plan in place? We know you're unstable now. Maybe, that's not going to, what investor is going to work with you if you're going to be constantly acting like this? You're a risk, too much of a liability.
I don't ever want to see that person. Not ever. Not ever. I sent him 50 disgusting messages.
50, always 50
That's my
messages.
friend.
50 messages to his mother, 100 messages to him, then 50 messages to him again.
Yes, 50 and 100 to his mother. She'll get a heart attack.
You want his mother to die? Well, now you just sealed the deal. He will never talk to you again. You're a mean girl.
About her son being alcoholic.
And you shouldn't wear that dark lipstick considering how you're developing jowls at this phase. You need uplifting makeup, not this.
Which he is. And he likes to tie women up because he can't stand women talking.
Ben Paden writes the movie about this. It should be titled, "He Can't Stand Women Talking." Actually, you know who she reminds me of a little bit? What's that girl's name? Kelly Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne's daughter. That's who could play her in the movie.
Because he lived with three sisters. His father died. Mine died too. He killed himself. Okay.
Well, we're getting to so her father had mental issues, passed the genes on to his daughter. Shit. Oh, that's sad.
And he ties women up. He's a monster. He's a sociopath.
I think that she might like being tied up a little bit, though, considering that she keeps talking about it. Because the things that she keeps talking about seem to be things that are on her mind and maybe things that she's subconsciously afraid of but wants to explore. Where's that? Is she paying guys? I know that that's the rumor. Where's Daddy Ruff? He seems to be the new kid in town in the IRL sphere who's acclimating some of the girls to the BDSM stuff through his friendly style of rough play. Daddy Ruff, you need to connect with this one. Yeah, I know.
Ex-boyfriend who hates my guts. If I wrote him, Mattia, 911, something happened, he would run and come. Ben couldn't say okay, and I apologized for offending him. I apologize.
Just because you apologize doesn't mean that the person's going to keep talking to you, especially if you're verbally abusive. No. He's in Hollywood. He knows he's seasoned. He might not have made it big yet, but once you live in Hollywood about 2 months, you learn a lot about how the world works.
But no, Ben, enjoy how ugly I look. Still, I'm not fat.
If you have a muffin top, cover it up. Cover up that muffin top. No. No. Why did she do that?
Still, I'm not fat.
Well, you're not thin either. Let's rewind that.
No, Ben, enjoy how ugly I look. Still, I'm not fat. Still, I'm not fat.
You think that she's fat? She's not exercising. That's what it is. She's not exercising.
Fuck you, man. You're a monster. You're a monster, Ben Robert Paden. You're a monster. And thank God I will not be disabled.
Okay, so she's not going to be disabled. We got confirmation on that about 48 hours ago. Okay. She thinks that Ben's a monster. He'd be good in like a reboot of Interview with a Vampire. I think they already did that, but you know.
As I thought, just my mother told me my results of my
Yeah, and look how you talk to your mom. That was weird.
Scan. And I will do these videos for you because it relaxes me. Because you're the biggest.
Okay, well, this relaxes me, so I don't want to hear any complaints.
Monster and sociopath, maybe a psychopath even. I'm not a doctor, so I can't say, but sociopath for sure.
I agree. He does have vampire teeth. I think we're going to end up seeing Ben Paden in some stuff. Paden. Isn't that the same last name as the guy from Twilight, Robert Patton? Or did he spell how does he spell his name? Patten? And he's Paden. But remember, we don't know his age. His age was clocked at 66 years old. Maybe he is a vampire. He does have the vampire teeth. I completely concur with you. Patten. Okay. Yeah, I think he could be a vampire. He might be. You never know. You never know. If he wanted to come back out, this would be a good way for him to do it. If he's actually a vampire or like an immortal, he would be smarter than we would anticipate him to be because he'd actually be really old. So he would say to himself, how am I going to make my breakthrough into Hollywood? Okay, I'm going to find this mentally ill girl on the internet who I know is connected with Trashfire TV. I'm just kidding. No one cares about Trashfire TV. Or do they?
I will do it forever. Hello, Mildred Wilson Paden. You have a great son. You raised a monster. You raised a fucking monster. Good night.
Maybe the mom's a vampire too. We don't know. Good night.
Fucking idiots.
He should do. If he's a writer, this is like, I'm telling you, this is a blessing in disguise for this kid. Okay, let me. That was classic.
Good night. Fucking idiots.
It's just kind of dangerous to weaken some videos, but it's cool.
Why is it dangerous to send the videos? This is kind of dangerous, but we can send videos because it's cool. Why? Why is it dangerous? Because you're a vampire? What's happening here?
All right. See you in 10.
All right,
I
bye.
got some burgers cooking.
I've got some burgers cooking. And that should be his tagline. He should do the movie, and that's the trailer. I've got some burgers cooking. Are they people burgers? Vampire Man? Let's keep going. I have too many clips. Okay, now this is something that this is a Mad TV skit that I threw in here because I don't know if you guys remember that show. I think it was like in the 90s. Felicity. I used to hate that damn show because I always thought to myself, why wouldn't you just freaking go for Noel? Ben doesn't want to deal with you. Ben has freaking problems. But this guy's name was Ben Paden. And the way that the Jokeress is acting, she's acting like this girl. But this is a parody of Felicity. And I think it's funny as hell. So everybody watch. Let me make it bigger. I want everyone to watch this. I think it's hilarious. I couldn't believe I was able to find it on YouTube.
The WB invites you to watch the most critically acclaimed series in the history of television, Intensity.
Intensity. I mean, that's what this is with the Joker. This is some intense shit.
Sarah, sometimes I wonder if following Ben to NYU instead of going to Stanford was the right decision. I mean, Ben barely even notices me, but he will.
Ben.
Sometimes
What is with the men named Ben? I've never dated a Ben. Has anyone else here ever dated anybody named Ben before? You think sunlight might melt her? Yeah, maybe. Hey, Real Pixie, it's good to see you. Anyone else date a Ben? Have I ever even known anybody named Ben? I don't think
wonder
so.
if Ben ever even looks out his window or under his bed late at night or
Is this
behind
not the
shower
Jokeress?
curtain when he's sitting on the toilet. Someone once said that you have to follow your heart no matter what the cost.
Don't get grossed out, people. Don't get grossed out.
OJ. Now there was a guy who understood love.
Oh!
Ben? Oh my gosh, Ben, is that you? Ben, I've been waiting a lifetime. Oh.
No, it's your RA. Noel?
Is Ben with you?
No.
Did Ben send you?
No. I just want...
Someone is saying that she's known in her country and everyone's sick of her. I'm aware. I've actually been very kind during this recap, believe it or not. I know I'm laughing and carrying on, I'm relaxing right now. But I'm very aware of a lot of things.
About Ben?
No. But I think it's important that we keep talking.
About Ben?
Entertainment Weekly raves A++.
Oh my God. Are you serious? All right. This is all allegedly. Someone known as Jenny Jen is saying she wrote about her ex-boyfriend the day he died in a car crash, that he had a small D, and that she is glad he died. Well, I hope that's not true. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's intense, like intensity.
There's still no cure for cancer, but at least there's intensity.
Oh, hey, Roomie.
I haven't seen Ben. I don't know where he is, so quit asking me, you psycho.
For your information, I was going to ask you about something else.
Really?
Oh, yeah? What?
If I were to kill the president, do you think Ben would notice me then?
How far do you guys think that the Jokeress is going to go? Do you think that after tonight she's going to stop, or do you think there's going to be more videos revolving around Ben Paden? Do you think we're gonna hear? Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you think that she's going to keep fixating on Ben Paden. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that we're not going to hear about Ben anymore. What do you guys think?
You transfer colleges to obsess over a guy you don't even know?
What the hell kind of premise for a show? I mean, decision is that? The grown-up one? Whatever.
Hello, it's Ben Covington. I'm looking for some chick named Intensity.
Ben!
Now, just to let y'all know, I did edit this video a little bit, and I did something. So some of y'all, I have issues myself. So yeah.
Listen, Remy, Ben and I could really use some alone time, so yeah.
TV Guide calls intensity the only thing that matters on this planet. Perhaps even the universe. It is truly more perfect than God.
Intensity?
The answer is yes. Yes, Ben, I'll marry you.
Yep. You must be the nutjob stalker who's sending me all these twisted letters. Do I even know you?
No, but you did sign my yearbook.
And so you transferred here based on that? What kind of a premise for a show, for a decision is that?
Let's not get...
I'm telling you, he should. He needs to write up this whole thing into a movie if he's a writer. I know it is. Ben? Ben?
bogged down in details. I'm pretty, you're pretty. Let's just go with it.
Here, go with this.
A letter? It's a love letter.
No, it's a restraining order. If you come within 50 feet of me, you'll be arrested.
50 feet? You flirt!
Time magazine says cancel every show, burn every book, quit your job. Intensity is all that matters. Rolling Stone says if you're...
Yeah. Intensity. Ben?
Children don't like intensity.
It does look like the Jokeress, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I couldn't believe I found this on YouTube. It just flashed in my mind. I remember seeing this on TV years ago. And I was like, maybe it's out there. Uh-huh. Intensity.
Cancel every show, burn every book, quit your job. Intensity is all that matters. Rolling Stone says, if your children don't like intensity, kill them. Intensity on the WB. It's so good, it should be on another network.
All right, so we're going to continue on our journey through the Jokeress's episodes. Next one, Mildred Willis Paden married a new guy before her husband's dead body. I don't know what the rest says. Let's watch.
Oh, Mildred Willis Paden. She blocked my number after I said her son is alcoholic, which...
Good. It's good that Mildred keep the number blocked. Keep it blocked. Yes.
It is. Okay, I'm very sick and I look sick right now. I'll put this in black and white. But Mildred...
But we already learned that you don't have the brain problem from your mom because you were yelling at her. You're okay now.
Willis Paden. I can't see the address now. I'm not doxing.
We don't need the address. I'm
just gonna say she married her husband's best friend.
Not uncommon. Not uncommon. A lot of times people from small towns, you know, they all dated when they were in high school. They get married young. Someone dies. They marry the best friend if they're available. You know, they don't want to be by themselves. Why is this a big thing?
Before her dead husband's body got cold. What a prostitute! What a morals! God bless me, Pope.
See, she's calling now his mom a prostitute. She calls everybody a prostitute. You gotta Ostowich, you gotta stop calling people prostitutes because it starts to lose its meaning. You know? You can't call everybody a prostitute. That's mean.
John Paul, please kill that family. Your son is alcoholic, Mildred.
So are you. It's a good thing y'all never got together when I really think about it, because two alcoholics, not a good idea.
And your daughters are so ugly. I have never seen that ugly women in my country. Women look all like women, like Megan Fox.
What happened to you? Because you don't look like Megan Fox.
I'm the ugliest in
Oh, well, she admits it.
my country. And your son fell madly in love with me, and I wrote that wonderful.
But he's not madly in love with you because he won't talk to you anymore. I mean, maybe he will talk to her again one day, but maybe not. Or maybe he will. Or maybe he won't. We don't know. You have to keep watching to find out.
Think about him. You
Intensity.
almost sticked on your fridge as all the primitive people as you are do. North Carolina, Winston-Salem, fuck you.
She's calling them primitive? Girl, you're looking like a cave girl over there right now. You don't need to be talking about anybody looking primitive. All right, so that was the end of that video. The next one we're going to see is another apology. Sorry, Ben Paden. He's sorry again.
Sorry, Ben Paden. You know, I loved you a lot once upon a time, and what I do is stronger than me. Somehow I feel sorry I do it, but in a way, I'm so unbelievably mad you ignored my call for help. It's unbelievable.
So she doesn't take any accountability. She says that what she does is stronger than her. She can't control herself. And yeah. She still wants him back. But he's in America and he's living in, of all places, the Los Angeles, California area, where there are so many young, pretty girls who all flock to Hollywood specifically to become actors and actresses. And he's a writer. So all he's got to do is, walk up to the young girl and be like, hey, I got some burgers cooking. You want to come over and read my script? They'll be like, you remind me of Chris Hemsworth. Yes. Yeah.
So I do what I do. It relaxes me in a way. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to delete it because I don't know passwords of those.
You don't know how to delete the videos? That's your excuse not to delete your episodes? Okay.
Accounts because I had to change accounts because something was wrong with Gmail and logging me out.
Gmail.
I'm sorry.
That's who you blame. Google. Blame Google.
My brain scan results came and they are not good. I have a feeling I will die.
No, you'll live. You'll live.
It's just a feeling, but I also had a good feeling about you, and I was wrong. But we had a great time together. Biggest mistake of my life.
That's what you said about 24 also. I wonder if Paden and 24 know each other because they do look similar. I wonder if they're related. 24, I think, did live in the California area at one point in time. Something to ponder.
Biggest fuckery ever. Sorry, Ben, for doing this. Stronger than me. Relaxes me in this stressful health situation. Camera
Okay.
keeps turning off. So, bye.
Bye. All right, so that's the end of that one. Now we're going to look at this one. The Jokeress says that she can't log into her account, and she mentions me. So I think this video was supposed to be for me. Okay. So that's why I'm saying nobody get on me about doing this video, because she was definitely trying to get my attention. You see, Alexandra Mayers. I'm the only Alexandra Mayers on YouTube, really. With the exception of my celebrity impersonator.
Alexandra Mayers, I flipped through your video Trash Fire TV.
So she was okay with the video when she just skipped through it and flipped through it. When she really watched it later, she didn't like it very much. She's not going to like this one very much either. I'm sure she's going to try to call the police.
First of all, I just woke up and I'm sick, so I look like shit, but who cares?
You always say that. So if you're worried about looking like shit, why not comb your hair, brush your teeth, wash your face, all that kind of stuff?
I don't have an alcohol problem.
Yes, you do.
Now, I used to drink to fall asleep, not every day, but sometimes after I don't sleep for 3 days. Okay. What I said was truth. And okay, I got results from neuro scan. I have some cyst which prevents me from sleeping, which is treatable. Okay. Sorry.
There's another person that I've been documenting who doesn't sleep either. I hope you're not on meth. Are you on meth, Ostowich?
Let's say good news. But my neuroscan is not good. It's because of you say, why am I on YouTube? Because I should be worrying about my mother.
Yes, you should be, instead of yelling at your mother.
Because, Alex, come on, woman. I know you love show. I know you love holding grudge against people.
No, I really haven't. The only reason, look, I haven't held a grudge against you. Out of the blue, about a month ago, she made this video about me, screaming at me. It's her most recent live over on the Jokeress channel. So with all this, I thought to myself, well, you're obviously trying to get my attention, but I'm not talking to you directly because you are too verbally abusive.
But I got neuroparalysis because of stress. Google it. It's called neurological
I
paralysis.
can Google it, but I don't believe you have it.
In English, I think. I was the most sick member of the family at the moment. You watched the video. And I called police to Michael Wallace because it was a serious thing. And
you were okay with Micah until he started making fun of you. And he's probably going to watch this and be like, ha ha ha. Once again, I win. I'm getting it. Now this girl's making fun of her, but I'm still going to try to coerce my owlets to report that black bitch to the police by making up false stories. I'm going to get all you motherfuckers. It might take me some time, but I will.
Was making fun of it like it is the most fun thing ever in the world.
It kind of is fun because you're out of your mind.
And what I also wanted to say is thank Controller for giving me police number. Thank for that for Spokane. And Alex, I'm sorry. In general, I don't want to fight with you.
Yes, she does. She made some additional videos, which we are not going to go over tonight. But she feels that what hurts me the most is the racism. That's actually not what hurts me the most. But it gives me a reason to do a few things.
Really don't, even if you want to make videos against me, do it how long you want. I'm sorry, I didn't know you have anything romantically or any kind of that type of thing with 24.
Oh, so she's bringing up 24. She's thinking about 24 again.
I didn't know that. I really didn't know how could I. Yeah,
You know what? I actually would like to interview Paden, but only if I can interview 24 on the same panel at the same time. That would be interesting. I would like to see them side by side. I would like to observe how similar they actually may be. That would be interesting to me.
what he told me. So what else I wanted to say? And I'm not a real YouTuber. You are a real YouTuber. Now I see your video looks very professional and
I'm one of the best YouTubers. I'm very well rounded. I do all kinds of streams. Few people want to give credit where credit is due, but I'm one of the best. Because anytime I do anything, I am always one of the best.
everything. Good for you. But you're a pretty woman walking down the street.
See, that's a backhanded compliment. I'm a pretty woman walking down the street. She's calling me a prostitute in a low-key sort of way. She thinks people are dumb. No. That's why we're going to keep going with these.
And don't hold so much grudge against people. Do something nice. I know it probably relaxes you. I'm a person who holds grudge too.
Don't tell people to do things that you cannot do yourself.
That's why I made those videos about that guy Ben. I saw a thumbnail. I didn't see the part about it. But okay, you can play this wherever you want.
Thank
You
you.
can play this.
So I have permission to play it.
I don't hold grudge against you.
Yes, you do.
anymore. Even if you make videos in YouTube
Yes, you do.
with your style, which is very serious, and you're very talented for that, I might say.
It's Trash
Even if
Fire
you do
TV.
that, I don't hate you. I'm just like, okay, this is internet. Fuck internet. And Michael Wallace should really stop. And
Micah Wallace will never stop. The only thing that will ever stop Micah Wallace will be the Grim Reaper. That's it.
you know why I call police for me? Because you can't call police for somebody else. You have to do it for yourself. I can't say my guy is torturing Alexandra.
I don't watch Instagram. I don't do the Instagram lives. I don't do any of the Instagram stuff. I'm YouTube, Twitter. I only use Instagram to post a picture or something every once in a while.
Myers. They would say, okay, say Mrs. Myers that she calls for the police. You know, it's like that. You're not a stupid woman. You're a very intelligent woman.
Yeah, I'm intelligent. That's why people keep calling the police on me. Nobody wants this around. And you're adding to the problem. That's why we're going to be doing a whole live stream series about Karens who are cop callers, because I've had it with all of you.
Yeah, I have parts of personality like you. Like you make sides against people you hate because they treated you like shit, which you didn't deserve. That's how I made the website about that blonde guy. Fuck us, Alex.
So this was a little bit of a moment of clarity. She's addressing me, but then we go right back to the crazy in just a few moments.
I'm happy
Are you?
because my neuroparalysis isn't forever.
You need to
I walk
exercise.
badly.
Get some fresh
A
air.
few times I fell from the toilet, which you probably find funny,
No, not really.
but I will be okay. It's not permanent damage of that nerve. I have some problems with some nerves in the head, which broke because of too much stress. But it'll all be okay. It'll be okay. So hi, and life, Alexandra. Life. I don't know what else you talked about.
But she found out later.
No problem. Don't worry. I'll Carl run over me or something like that because I walk with my headphones. I will not tie it out. This. That's the last thing I will do.
Stop fishing for sympathy.
Bye, Alex.
All right. So she starts feeling a little remorseful there because she realized that I addressed her. But then the anger comes due to the narcissism. So here we go.
Hey, Nika, aka Jokeress here. This is about Ben Paden, the last video I will ever make.
It wasn't the last.
My brain scan results came. I have a cyst on my brain, which prevents me from sleeping, Ben. And that's why I could spend with you all night for months. All night, because I'm not sleeping. It's treatable. It probably makes you unhappy because you want me dead. Okay, want me dead. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Ben. Sorry
Ben.
for 100 videos about you, which is pops up as the first links on Google. So whenever you find a job or a new girlfriend, you'll get it. I don't know passwords of it, so it's not removable. It's not illegal, so you can't report it. I tried to report many illegal things, like people saying I'm dying of drugs.
She's saying so many things that should be reported, yet she's reporting everybody.
And making fun of my illness. Okay, fine.
If the illness is real.
Okay, today I feel better. I managed to put some makeup on. So
But you were wearing makeup in all the other videos.
You can say you have a pretty lips. I would love to gag you. You adored me. Okay, it's past. You're unstable and you change your feelings. That's not a problem. You change your feelings after 4 or 5.
Well, you change your feelings a lot too. So this was not a good match. Everyone's changing their feelings. Everyone's drinking. Everyone's getting all crazy.
I don't know how long. You change your feelings. That's okay.
Okay.
But I was like, what did you say?
See, I think that she wants like the Kurt Cobain look because it's like she's channeling this Courtney Love kind of thing. But we all learned what happens when Kurt Cobain meets Courtney Love. Death. You know? So, you know, the guys who like Kurt Cobain, if they sense Courtney Love and you, they're going to run the other way because they don't want to die.
Her red hair lights the room. Shit like that. You were saying.
No, actually, you should lighten that hair a little bit. I think it's too burgundy. You know, think more of like an orange, maybe. Better yet, go back to blonde. That was your heyday. That was the best look. I don't like this.
Like that. You were saying planning barbecues with your best friend Connor. I reached on him on Facebook, but he will not get it because we're not friends. Whatever.
She reached out to Connor. I was wondering about Connor. So I guess we're going to find out more about Connor later because she did reach out to him. She knows his Facebook. See, I'm not going on Facebook. That's a rabbit hole I'm not willing to traverse. No.
I would reach anybody because I was so mad at you because I was in a serious medical situation and I needed a familiar voice. Sorry, Ben. I know we had the fight.
No, I think that you manufactured this whole thing because you figured, okay, if I act like I'm having a problem, Ben will pay more attention to me again. And that's why I'm wondering if there's any money exchanged. Because if you were giving him money initially to get his attention, but then you stopped giving him money, he would stop, talking to you. But don't give him any more money if that's the case. And even if he doesn't want to talk to you anymore, just move on. I mean, there's like what, 7 billion people on the planet.
It was so.
I kind of think that she should go for a guy who's not Caucasian. I was thinking about that because she needs like variety. She needs to get out of her comfort zone because
stupid that I even forgot
Mm-mm.
what the fight was about. Because people fight, people say very stupid and bad things to hurt one another. Logical. But you are a type of probably sociopath or something. You could not answer my reach for help.
He didn't want to. So stop talking. I mean, we're up to like what, the 8th video now? Because we went through all that through 2 other videos prior to this page of 6 videos. This is like the 8th video where she's rehashing the same story over and over. It's a broken record now. You have to let it go.
Could not.
And she's made more videos since this.
I loved you a lot. I loved you. It was real, pure love.
It wasn't real love, because I don't think that you two ever met each other in person. I think you have to meet somebody in person for it to be authentic love. Just my opinion.
Me a lot. We had a lot of plans together. Making a movie together with Mark Draco, making everything together,
Making a
traveling
movie
England,
with Mark Draco.
doing shit with that.
Hmm.
But I simply couldn't forgive you. Not when I couldn't reach anybody. Just hitting the fucking phone. Just hitting the fucking phone. To reach familiar voice, I thought you're human, Ben. I thought you were.
Well, maybe he's not human. Maybe he is a vampire. If he is, let him go. Just pretend that he's not human. Pretend that he's a werewolf and he turned back into a dog and he ran away. Okay? Just
a
let it
human
go.
being, Ben. I really thought that. I believed you're a human being, but you're not.
Like, were you planning to meet him in person? Because this happened with 24. This is why I don't think online relationships are good. I think you should just meet somebody in person, let that be it. Go from there.
That disappointed me so much.
Mm.
We had a fight, so what? So what? People have any kind of fights.
I think she just likes acting and getting into this frenzy a little bit, which is why she should lose some weight and maybe get some new headshots done and try to act again, because she's getting off on all this, the performance, the drama.
My ex-boyfriend, long-term boyfriend, 7 years, who hates my guts, and I hate him. If I just said, Mattia, something happened, help, he would run here.
Well, maybe you should call back Mattia if that's the case, but I don't believe that's the truth.
But you couldn't respond like, what is going on, or something like that. You couldn't. Which makes you a monster.
No, not a monster. He's just, an American guy with a short attention span. That's how it goes.
A monster, and you deserve all the bad things that happen to you.
Okay.
I'm still mad, but I will not be making videos about you. But this will.
But you did make more videos.
Say on YouTube, you didn't help a person. I needed just a voice on the phone to hold my shit together. A normal voice of somebody I know who is dear to me, to hold my shit together because I was on the floor. You didn't. I will stop making videos about you.
Are you really going to stop making videos? Because I am feeding into your narcissistic supply. If you stop making videos, you won't be on Trash Fire TV anymore. Something to think about.
If you ever change your crazy mind and reach to me, maybe I will be there. Maybe. Because I'm not the best person. I don't hold grudge forever.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to love me.
Oh, he'll have to love you? Oh.
But as we said, I got your back. You didn't have my back. You didn't have my back.
He didn't have her back. I'm so sick of hearing that phrase. You got my back. I got your back. We got each other's back. What is this, Charlie's Angels? No one, just shut up. I don't like this younger generation. They're so trite.
Mark Draco contacted me because he knew the situation. You ignored him too. A 60-year-old serious man. Because, she's dead to me. Hope that bitch dies. You're like that.
Because you're annoying. Stop being so annoying, and maybe guys will answer your calls.
You're like that. Okay, I'm done with you, Ben. And now, other part of the video, Alexandra Mayers.
Okay, now it's all about me. Let's see what she has to say.
I made a nice video about you.
But then you changed your mind, and a month ago you were saying all kinds of things about me, and you've called me the N-word on occasion, and now you're back to the racism shit. You know, what the hell?
I don't hold a grudge about you, blah, 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 blah. But stop making videos about.
No, why should I stop making videos if you're going to keep making videos about Ben? I can make all the videos I want to make. What the hell? It relaxes me.
Me. It costed me a lot.
It cost you a lot? To what?
To call Spokane police for Michael Wallace.
No, it didn't. It doesn't cost that much money to make a phone call. Are you talking about it having cost you a lot when it comes to how people treated you after you made it? I mean, what are you talking about here? But no, it didn't cost you a lot. Shut up.
For making fun of my illness. You ask, how can
we're not sure that the illness is real.
A person who is so drugged as I am, I don't know. I tried drugs 4 times in 10 years.
That's a lot.
That's my drug abuse.
But what about all those pharmaceuticals that you take?
My drinking is 2 beers.
No, we've seen you chug a whole thing of wine on the stream. Come on.
Every 3 days. Horrible alcoholism. I think you have a serious mental illness, Alexandra.
Well, I think you have a serious mental illness, Nika Ostowich, also. So, you know, it's a draw.
And make one video for you about me.
Well, here we are. What's going to happen?
One video. One fucking video. And your stupid followers who follow you just because you're pretty.
That's the only reason people follow me, because I'm pretty? Well, good. I need more people to follow me because I'm pretty. I am quite nice too. I'm pleasant. I'm not the prettiest. I'm not the most beautiful, but I'm pleasant to look at. Thank you for acknowledging that. More people need to follow me because of my looks. You know, everyone follow me. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
And people like drama. Because people are primitive. That's why people
are primitive. We're just Neanderthals over here.
TV. That's because of that.
Yes.
I will call police on you.
You're going to call the police. Not surprised. Cop calling Karen.
A mental hospital for you, because you're for mental hospital.
I'm not the one acting like intensity. Ben!
So please leave me alone.
No, because you are a public figure making public videos that are open to commentary.
You're not just evil. You're crazy and evil. That's a magical combination.
I'm crazy and evil. I'm magical. I'm a witch.
So please, leave me alone.
Let me get my
Be a normal
woman.
Use your intelligence for something better. I know you hate 24.
Trash Fire
I know
TV.
you hate Michael Wallace. Who wouldn't hate him?
It's all about Trash Fire TV.
The only normal woman
y'all don't
in
like
this
it because it's
YouTube
hot.
community is Controller.
I'm on fire.
Okay, goodbye, Alex, forever.
Bye.
For fucking ever. If I ever see my name is Nika Ostowich.
Ostowich.
It's a Slavic name. Ostowich, like John Malkovich, you know?
Nika Ostowich.
Not Ostoich. You primitive Afro-American, not to use the N-word. So, I'm done with you.
Good, go away. Even though you're going to make more videos.
But if I do what I can, and I'm another bitch to fuck with.
Ooh.
Not a drug addict, not an alcoholic. Yeah, I look 10 years older because I'm very sick.
Because you
now
keep
I'm
drinking.
better. And tomorrow I have a
She
doctor's
says she's
appointment.
better. You heard that. She says she's better. Let's rewind. She's better now.
Not an alcoholic. Yeah, I look 10 years older because I'm very sick. Now I'm better. And tomorrow I have a
Now she's better. Now she's better. Hypochondriac.
doctor's appointment. So I will know my treatment for my sleeping issues with my cyst, which is not, I don't have to go to surgery. I'm sorry, because you would love me to have my head cut
No,
off.
not really. I don't like thinking about blood and guts very much. No.
Off, cut in pieces. You would love that, but no, it's just a cyst, whatever, and some neurological because of stress. Why I did videos? Because my mother was sick, and
Your mom was sick, but you were screaming at her like she was like a like the house servant.
I was sick because it relaxes me. I only had a computer. Okay. So, bye everybody. Bye Ben. I loved you a lot.
Ben!
Maybe nobody will love me the way I loved you.
Ben!
Forgot about it.
Ben!
And say hi to Mildred.
Ben!
And your ugly sisters.
Ben!
I can't believe you look so good, Ben.
Ben!
And your sisters are, what's the word for that? I don't know the word in English. There's a word for somebody incredibly ugly, like that type of ugly. Okay, I need to drink a bit of this.
Yeah,
Enough about my alcoholism. See you later. Or
Please.
Alexandra.
When is this gonna
see you
end?
never. Or you will be tied up in a mental hospital. And please make a video about it. Dare to do it.
Only after I make another video about Ben. So everyone, make sure that you find Ben on YouTube, his actual YouTube. I will put that in the description later on. Ben Paden. He's an actor. He's a model. Allegedly, he's 66 years old. He might be an immortal. He might be a vampire. We don't know. We don't know much about Ben. He does have vampire teeth. He's the current obsession of Nika Ostojic of Croatia. He's in a movie called Switch. He has some upcoming movies coming up too. You can look him up on IMDb. But yeah. Yeah. So that's tonight's Trash Fire TV. I hope that many of you out there enjoyed it tonight. I had some fun. It was nice performing for some of you and communicating with some of you and going over this material. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Ben. Tonight was kind of intense, wasn't it? So have a good night. Take care. Ben!